Okay, so I'm working on various sculptures in parallel, so I postponed the conclusion of the robot saga, but I will do it very soon. Anyway, I remembered, I recall that regarding the robots, there is actually, I'm listening now to a wonderful, I don't know, it looks like Transformers from Japan from the 80s, but it's not Transformers, and so it's the opening song, which is great. So I decided to use the bicycle that now, they have 4 starships, so it's amazing bicycle. So to enlighten, to share with you my enthusiasm to this new found, pop culture work of art. Anyway, some people can ask, okay, so we understand that people are addicted to the drug, but what happens when they do not get their, can they stop the addiction? So it's a good question because like with all drugs, first of all, I did not I'm not addicted to the drugs, so it's not first-hand experience. And second, like with all the drugs, there is something like physical and psychological together, so it's difficult to say. I should say that right now we are in a unique situation that perhaps never occurred in the history of Israel. Perhaps never occurred in the history of Israel, actually. And even though it's not the first episode in this saga, as you understand, and I speak about a lot about the past, but what's happening right now is actually, I'm not sure that it's actually it says precedent tense, first time situation, I think. So it's like that. Israel, they have ton of people that are hooked to the drug because, as always, big, huge, security sector and huge intelligence sector, much bigger than, the one that the admitted one. But, and they have good amount of, Titan females. And although they tend to cannibalize on the wizard, and I'll speak about it in the next video, the robot series, but right now they don't have wizard at all. Besides a few that don't have the neurons in their body because they usually don't. That's the problem with the wizard. They do not manufacture the neurons. And all the Titans were converted to Homo sapienses, and many died, and the rest will die very soon because of the various diseases that you know very well because they are also infected with it, and they lost their immunity, resistant. So de facto there is no way to get it. Now there were other ways to get it. Mainly from Venus. And I should discuss it but all very sinister. Humans shouldn't eat the drug, but now, actually the gate is closed. If you don't know, so now you know. And we are not going to open it anytime soon, be certain about it. People that are stuck there, I would suggest, getting getting on with the program, getting, trying to figure out their way in the new world. Sounds like an adventure. No, you are not going to see them. But the reality is that there is currently no way to get a drug in Israel. And there were always, it was always something that you cannot get abroad. Just in very small quantities from the Titans abroad, but not many, and so, and this is a unique situation. There were times in the past that the gate was closed, of course, but now practically there is no Titan population, female population in Israel, and all of the gates are closed. So, of course, they can try to get it from me, but I trust that once they will start just lynching me, violence, the chaos will just clean all the earth immediately. No living thing will be left alive on earth. But it's actually a complicated situation because either there are not many Titan females, or their numbers are dwindling, and eventually they will cease to be, and that will be, and since the gates are closed, it will put everyone that is hooked, that is almost anyone, in the intelligence sector, in the security sector, in a great problem. They can cannibalize on each other, and maybe some will opt to do it. But it's difficult to imagine societies. All the people in the military, in the Shabak, the Mossad are cannibalizing on each other. But we might get to this place very, very soon. Other than that, there aren't many options. I can't even think about one option, and Probably it's part of like, I mean, the winning mechanism, like, I mean, to be win of the drug. I'm not certain it's always possible. Many people will lose their mind and choose, like, I mean, to commit, you know, I mean, manual ending of their life. But some will choose to stay with them in the addiction and to, like, get, I mean, try to manage the addiction, as they say. But my prospects are not good, like, because it's, you know, the dominant ruling class of Israel. So, I mean, a good bet is that, I mean, that this is, I mean, that probably, I mean, the last April or May Eurovision was probably almost certainly the last one that, I mean, Israeli participated in. I mean, there is a slim chance that they will participate in the next Eurovision, like in next April or May, but I mean, I bet, I'm willing to bet any sum like that they will not participate in the Eurovision, like that will take place in a year or like in about 18 months from now, something like that. No, I mean, or 20 months, no, for certain. And probably not even like, probably, I mean, they had like their last, like, you know, their last show, I mean, this April. Of course, it's going to be dangerous in Israel, and it's all the more reason to get me free, get me out of this place, using arms and legs, not mouths and toes, arms and legs.